As you may have noticed, the kids of Britannia High have been programmed to burst into song at the drop of a hat, blasting out saccharine tunes about how delighted they are to be alive at our expense. All coming over all self-pitying and staring up their own bums, musically speaking. The main characters, or targets as I like to think of them, are the squeakiest clean of the lot. There's Jez.
My name's Jez, and I'm a performer.
I think he's the gay one.
I need the audience's constant reassurance that, hey, I'm okay.
Then there's street kid BB.
I'm BB.
I think he's the black one.
I'm fed up of feeling like the only way's down. So I'm here, looking up.
There's also bitchy Claudine, who's so pretty she actually makes me quite angry.
You're just saying that.
Airhead Lola, seen here impressing Richard Blackwood and Tim and Bob from Boyzone by treating them to a glimpse of Fanny. Lauren, the girl next door, assuming you live next door to a stage school. And Danny, the combined heartthrob and ball ache, who constantly looks like he's just wandered off the set of an 80s chewing gum commercial, failing to carry off a look that wasn't even fashionable then.
Actually, the show can't quite make up its mind about Danny. One minute he's a nervy, shy, nice guy, and the next he's behaving like the biggest shit-eating, posturing little bum balloon you've ever seen in your life.
I'm a man.
No, you're a
He's a man.
No, he's a
I'm a man.
No, you're a
He's a man.
No, he's a Oh, forget it. To be fair, behind Danny's shallow exterior lies a shallow but faintly sad interior. He suffers from life-threatening dyslexia, a condition so serious he sometimes even has trouble remembering his next line.
What am I like?
Wicked.
Naturally, Danny initially tries to keep his condition a secret, which leads to much inner turmoil, subtly conveyed by having him stomp out of the room every few minutes. But of course, you can't run away from your problems forever, and sure enough, things come to a head during an on-stage Q&A with two members of Girls Aloud, which in the Britannia High universe is the equivalent of the Frost-Nixon interview. Danny's inability to read basic questions from a card prompts him to hold an entire song and dance routine inside his own head, musically exploring his inner turmoil.
The result is a sequence fraught with evocative symbolism as Danny dances through a psychodramatic landscape, conveying the dyslexic agony of being unable to spell words like was, or doing schoolwork in the shadow of a giant projected clock. Having vented his frustrations, suddenly he's back in the room, just in time to perform his signature move.
You know, I can relate to that, actually. I do that sort of thing all the time.
Oh no! Where's the paper? Where's the paper? Where's the paper? I need to wipe my... Where's the paper? Where's the paper? Where's the paper? I need to wipe my... Where's the paper? Where's the paper? Where's the paper? I need to wipe my bum!
One of the most depressing facets of the show is the way its characters worship mediocre real-life celebrities like villagers worshipping ancient gods.
The real stars are given cameos, not just Girls Aloud and Richard Blackwood and Paul and Ringo from Boyzone, but also some bloke from Corrie, and there's even a small background cameo from the late Heath Ledger.
And most exciting of all, Matt Willis from Busted.
I think his shoes are a bit ruined.
From Busted!
He's so dreamy. The way he chewed through a kangaroo's anus on I'm a Celebrity, oh, that's enough to make any girl go weak at the knees. Yeah, I wouldn't kiss him on the mouth if I were you. Anyway, a cornball rip-off it may be, but I feel a little bit bad knocking Britannia High, just like, well, like everybody else in the country. It's certainly not fair to blame the cast, who've been given a tough job to do, singing and dancing and grinning their way through an endless series of gruelling routines, apparently choreographed by a semaphore instructor with a 5,000-volt electrode attached to each bollock. Sometimes they're even forced to do routines in the street in front of a bewildered and apparently unimpressed public, which is such an excruciatingly embarrassing thing to do to the poor sods. They might as well have given them a full rectal exam in a shop window. Anyway, ultimately, Britannia High is either a harmless, cheesy romp, or a hollow attempt to perpetuate the myth that becoming famous for skittering around peeping spunkless, mock-emotional pop songs through your facehole is the single most important goal a human being can aim for. And everyone knows that's rubbish. Having your own low-budget show on BBC4 where you sit around and you pick holes in things, that is where true greatness...
And now never let it be said that this is not a cultural show. It is, and to prove it, here's the first of our regular poetry slot thing from Tim Key, the poet. I fucked that up.
So this is my first poem. It's about the whole furore, Russell Brand and Jonathan Ross, and the overreaction. Hello, Mr. Boyes. I was just phoning to thank you for all the joy you've given over the years. From ever-decreasing circles, this is Wassy on the phone. And this bit is not made clear. So I'll just say that now. From ever-decreasing circles right through to the good life and your cameo in Frankenstein. My heartfelt thanks, and also Wassell's, and also the nation's. Wassell sat cross-legged in the corner, not having sex, and typing a gushing email to Wonnie Corbett, and in general being well-behaved. The producer, the young producer who was caught up in this turmoil, continued to knit June Whitfield a scarf. Do I call Broadbent? Wassy fawned. Bland cross-faded into the next track. Yes, said he. Yes, a media watchdog echoed. Call Broadbent, call Salis, call Sue Bloody Pollard, call Twigger, call the bloody lot. Wassy ran a manicured hand through his silken locks and psyched himself up. And he called the next national treasure on his list. All imagined. That was an imagined one.
The world as we know it might seem pretty stable, but it's got an unfortunate habit of changing in the click of an eye.
Why, only this time yesterday we were all cruising along on the crest of an economic boom wave type thing. Houses were worth an average of £10 trillion, pricey high-tech gadgets were ours for the taking, and we thought bleeding nothing of shelling out 350 quid for a punnet of organic strawberries to feed to our cosseted and disgusting little offspring. Yes, literally everyone was absolutely loaded. Well, everyone apart from a few million poor people we like to belittle and demonise. Things was good.
And then we woke up.
Having brought the world's banking system to the very brink of collapse, the credit crunch is now threatening whole countries.
Yes, because it turns out that was all a dream. Rather than an engine powering our prosperity and aspirations, the stock market was actually nothing but a bunch of silly made-up numbers floating in a bowl of dream juice. Suddenly we're all paupers and it's very, 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 very sad. The financial situation is so grim that even contestants on the depressing Scrabble for Pennies auction show Cash in the Attic are moved to bloody tears when their goods sell for more than they bargained for.
£410. Brilliant, that's really well done.
Not that any of that affects me, obviously, because I'm on the telly, and the telly is in great financial shape, right? Wrong. Even before the credit crunch became big news, TV was feeling the pinch. The BBC, facing a below-inflation licence fee settlement, is making 1,800 employees redundant.
The commercial networks aren't faring much better. Channel 4's had to slash its programme budget by 25 million and drop its digital radio streams into the dustbin, while ITV has axed 1,000 jobs and lopped 40 million off its budget.
What with all the belt-tightening that's going to be required, chances are TV will have to manage its budgets even more cautiously than usual.
Game shows won't change much because they're cheap already. Take the ultimately random cosmic ordering what's in the box guess-a-thon Deal or No Deal. That thing shoots several episodes in one day. Mr. Edmonds might change his shirt to confuse you, but otherwise no one's gone anywhere. In fact, you can even see the contestants visibly age over the course of the day. You might see fewer reality shows, partly because they're on the wane and also because they're not quite as cheap as you think. By their very nature, reality shows generate hours and hours of material, and that means hours and hours spent picking through footage of nobodies picking their bums in an edit suite. It's scripted shows that will be hardest hit, especially in an age when audiences have come to expect flashy effects-laden fare, such as family-friendly Merlin or car bomb-friendly Spooks.